I've
Yes.
Yup.
awesome. Week 5, Enigma versus Zed-F. Let me just get this posted right in the.
Woo.
Oh, I forgot Griffin did that.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Alright. Zed-F versus Enigma. Going into a Temple of Anubis.
Yay. Well, I'm just a cameraman.
Oh, come on, you can
That's another
speak too,
kissy.
Chubby.
Yeah, let me pause my music.
Alright, so Temple of Anubis. Jay, what do you think we're gonna see from this map? Seeing what we've seen in throughout this map set.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I see counter on a Widow here. I know personally, he really likes to play Widow, and I love Widow first point on attack, especially. Honestly, on defense too. First point is Widow is so good, but also looking at their lineup, they have a lot of supports. They have a good amount of good support players, so I could see a Goats as well.
I
I don't
know
know if
I
we're gonna see
wouldn't also.
counter.
I know I also wouldn't be surprised to see a Junkrat on this map, especially going into first point, because you have these tight corridors.
Oh yeah, Junk Widow is 100% like in the old league. Like that was this is one of my favorite maps because of that. Cause like that was our strongest DPS. Like Junk Widow is so good on this map. Kino and Kaza haven't picked yet, huh? Hmm.
Looks
Interesting.
like Zed-F
Interesting.
is going to be running with a stall when it comes to Lucio and Mei.
Mobile on
Mei is definitely
Zen,
a
huh?
very Mei is definitely a very difficult character to get around. You have to be watching for those walls and cryo freeze because it's going to disrupt your team if you're not ready for it.
Hmm. I think a Mei Junkrat combo is good too, with the wall and the spam. See what we got here.
Such as that, they've just locked out the Reinhardt.
Hmm. They haven't really
And
taken advantage of it yet, though. They haven't really collapsed on him. See if they do. Another wall off. Great shot by
DJ
DJ.
taking down Kazo right away. And that's
Very good shot. Another great shot
and
by
with
DJ.
3 picks
And a good
down, that's
pin.
gonna stop this push very early on.
Very solid.
Pin on to Kata or
Penguin.
onto Mata.
You know, that's not even
And
a... It's actually huge for him to win that pin, though. Penguin? Because now he's at 60, sitting at 60 ult charge.
oh yeah. Zed-F's coming up with ults very quickly. Meanwhile, Enigma, they're gonna switch over to the Zarya, which I think is going to be a good pick in this situation because you've got a lot of people that are going to be pumping out a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. They don't
Enigma's
really...
trying
I
to
mean,
push and
they have
walled off
DJ for it.
Penguin again, but Penguin's able to get back to his team.
Very good. DJ doing his best to kind of play fly swatter here. There it is. Two good shots onto
And
Kino.
Enigma's going to try and go around the side. We've got Hanzo, Ryan, and
Ooh,
Moira
very good
fighting
pick by
around the side
Kaza.
with a wall
Ooh.
coming out, blocking out Penguin. And Dragons go in.
Mata was stuck
Earth
right
Shatter
in
comes down,
those.
catches the Rhine. Diva Bomb coming in.
Oh, he
Getting
doesn't get
one.
the shield up in time.
Bob gets two.
This is big. Bob's actually
And
killing a lot
DJ
here.
takes out.
DJ with
And
very
Zed-F's
good
going to end that
shots
push with
there.
a team kill.
Oh yeah.
Very well use of ults. Blocking up that Reinhardt was a big thing because Penguin went to charge in and was just denied.
At first I thought he blocked his own Reinhardt, but honestly it was like a double positive because then this Ryan didn't like go in there and die immediately. That was really good.
Reinhardt charges forward, catches Mata off, and
Is Mata gonna survive this?
Genesis is able to
Does a
stop
good job.
the Reinhardt from taking her out. And Mata takes out Penguin. Hanzo's lighting up Mata.
Ooh. DJ's hitting a lot of really nice shots. Kaza's gonna take out Marley
And
though.
Mata's and Kaza's going to get shot in the head with an icicle. And Genesis barely escapes thanks to the May wall bringing her up.
They have both support ults here on Zed too. DJ almost has another Bob as well.
Coming into the last
Yeah.
minute on the first point.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job of giving DG a lot of space to deal with the Pharah.
Bob comes in and is immediately locked onto Mercy and is now on to
Oh, on to Kino.
Genesis.
He's gonna take out Kino. Huge.
And Bob gets
Very
taken out
good
by
one.
an arrow. Mata is able to take out Kaza as well as Mama Bear.
That room. Oh yeah, that was a great wall. Colin's walls are really on point right now. He's cutting off the tanks.
Leave a bomb
That's
coming
a good
in.
bomb just to stall. That gets anyone that's huge.
And
He's gonna get one.
catches Farah.
They still have their support ults here, and Colin almost has Blizzard again.
Penguin charges
Down
forward
to
straight for
beat.
point
Ooh,
and gets
Risky.
walled off.
another big wall. Ryan,
Oh,
he's
but
getting a
Zarya
good
is able
pocket.
to get into it, and Enigma is
Super
starting to come
solid.
in.
There should be 3. Colin's gonna have to get out Ice Block, probably take some dragon damage. Nope, he doesn't. Gonna use Blizzard to stall here. This
Blizzard
could be
comes
retake.
out, but Mercy's able to get the res and escape the Blizzard. Lucio's on the point.
Another counter res. Reses their Moira.
And
Good
Penguin
pan on.
catches the Reinhardt. Both Reinhardts
Might
are locked
kill
away from
him.
each other.
That's a good wall to keep those 2 in there. It might cause them the
And
point.
Penguin
Oh,
is
no
caught.
time left. I can't believe he touched point. They went. Okay, they went Heyman just to catch up. Not bad.
Penguin's
Mobile got
frozen, but
s-
Hammond was there to
Mobile
knock
got
me away.
stuck.
Diva Bomb going in.
Oh, that's a
Penguin
good
catches
block.
it.
It's such a good. This is such a good catch up. But Colin looks like Colin's gonna finish it out. Yeah. Very solid. Almost retook
Very
it.
strong defense from Zed-F.
Oh yeah. Their DPS are playing very, very well. DJ's hitting a ton of great shots, and Colin's walls have been really on point. Right there, I don't know if you noticed, but when he walled up, it like glitched the Mercy into the ceiling.
And I've been
He was an
muted
easy
this
kill, he
whole
couldn't
time.
move.
I'm stupid, but I'm
Oh
gonna
no,
say
Chubby.
here on the part of Enigma here, at least on their attack, they looked a little hesitant a lot of the time. They weren't fully committing to ideas a lot of the time. The Rhine, or at least it looked like they were kind of piddling there, kind of like didn't know quite what to do when they got to the choke. And once they did start getting a bit more aggressive later on, they got a little bit overly aggressive. They kept getting walled off. You know, that main tank kept getting separated from a supply line.
So how do you feel that Enigma can recover from that?
Honestly, if you want my honest opinion, you either got to play really high burst just to make sure you can counter whatever they throw at you, get a lot of damage in there really quickly with high sustain, or of course, cheese comps are always an option. You know, if you really want to try to hold down a fort really well on Anubis, maybe go with Sim Bastion comp. Have the Bastion go to one side, have the Sim cut off that middle, you know, that middle choke. You can go to town all day there.
Well, it looks like Enigma is actually going to be running a Goats comp here. We got the Brig, Rhine, Zarya, Diva, with a Lucio Moira.
Well, with what their opponents is running, it looks like they're going to go triple tank here. Oh, they're going to run their own Goats, so Goats v
Yeah, they're gonna run like a pseudo goats with the Zenna rather than
I would
Brig.
call this more of a dive Goats, because you got the Roadhog that can pull people in and lock them out, and you've got the Winston and the Hammond that can push forward and collapse on anyone the Roadhog pulls in.
Oh, but
Oh, yeah.
speaking of,
And
they
the
lost some
the
high ground.
the Heyman Slam is big for Hog as well. Like it could be practically a free hook from the people in the air.
And our fight starts. We've got 3 on the point for the Zed-F. We got 4. The fight
It's a big
quickly
slam.
is just becoming an all-out brawl on the point.
Colin's kind of caught off by himself. Yeah, he's gonna get
Mobile
punished.
takes out Colin. And Lucio is left alone, easily taken out by Keno. And Zed-F is
Gonna
going to
D-Mac.
have to pull back.
Mod is in a really rough spot here. Hops back up, really smart. He's gonna grab a lot of heals. This is still winnable for Enigma, or for Zed here.
And there you go, they're going to go dive right back in. There you go, going straight for the Moira. Trying to get the supports. Is Orion going to charge through?
Ooh, really solid jump to dodge that charge.
There you go, Enigma just keeping...
Zed-F is re-engaging. Winston jumps in, jumps onto the Zarya. Lucio behind him, though.
I really like Colin's position here. He's just kind of up top raining down on them.
Coalescence come out,
But
giving her team massive amounts of healing, as well as dealing a lot of damage.
It looks like Collins just went for that opportunity to get enough charge. Yep, gonna jump down and drop the mines. There you go.
He cuts off the healers and tank from them. But it's a
We've
good
got a whole
shield
hog
block.
coming out.
Oh,
Diva
oh,
Does he
Bomb
have enough
coming
shield to
in.
block that?
He's going to
didn't have
take out two!
Really solid.
I mean, kind of
DJ just trying to stall now.
this
Let's
fight here.
maybe get more people on point.
I kind of got a new idea for a goat's comp you could run.
Hook on the
here.
Penguin, but
Oof.
Roadhog
Big
gets
slam.
shattered.
That'll be
And
it.
this
Yeah.
fight is going to fall into the favor of Enigma.
Now I do think with the kind of goat style you're trying to go for here, like with the Roadhog and everything, I think you could have kept the hamster, right? But maybe try to go a hook and
We've got
hold with
Road-
that hamster for goats, you know? Like,
We've got Roadhog switching over onto the Junkrat and Zarya now coming on the side of Zed-F.
there you go.
Playing more of a
super
close
super.
range style. Junkrat's definitely going to feed off of the goat style because this is a comp that likes to stay close knit.
Let's say like a mine.
Yeah,
in the
rather than
middle.
running it back, it looks like they're going for a counter with the Pharah.
Rally
and the
comes
Junk.
out on the side of
Oh,
Enigma.
good.
Pharah pops out her barrage, but catches
get anyone.
nobody. Instead gets punched by Mobile.
Really good pin by Kino again.
Enigma, I mean, have completely turned this around here for themselves. I mean, they have looked dominant here on this defense with the goats. I mean,
hmm
it's a lot different. They look a lot more confident. They're going after targets and they're swarming. They're just going straight
Yeah.
for people. This is the kind of style I want to see Enigma play more often as we continue moving forward in
Yeah.
this game. I mean,
It's the beauty of goats too. It kind of forces you to play together. Because if you're playing by yourself on goats, it's very obvious that you're gonna get nothing by yourself.
We got DJ with a tire. Let's see where he's gonna pop this.
so, like,
He's in a sneaky little spot here. I like his positioning.
I would say like your best option here
Don't
is
give
gonna
it
try
any
to be
attention
getting
to
those
him.
supports, especially the brig. You really
Tire
want to
He's
try
in
to
a
pop
really
comes
good
out on the
spot.
side of DJ.
Oh,
That's a
Gets
solid
nobody. The sound barrier
job.
comes out just in time.
We're
Wyatt.
super solid.
That's a way to keep your opponent from getting an edge. Very proud there of Mobile. Nice play here, but Zed does still have two ults on the line here. They do have sights and
Yeah,
they
this
do have
is-
coalescence. Oh, Shatter too.
Yeah. Colin went for the
Penguin out of
Widow.
mech.
Really
Shatter
interesting.
Earth
Huge
Shatter
shatter.
comes down.
Really good shatter.
There you go, popping the
That
coalescence.
was a shit
as
fall
well.
here.
And we've got a
There it is.
grab on
Oh, but the
Enigma's
counter
side.
Shatter coalescence.
Oh my
on
gosh,
both
it's a all
ends.
brawl. Mata gets two, gets both tanks.
But the kills
Only
are
two on
seeming
point.
like they're falling in
Only
the side of
baby diva.
ZF.
We're gonna have to wait and see if the reinforcements.
Dude, just gonna need to
for
stay
Enigma
alive
can get
here.
Back in.
You can't get hit at all.
It's such a long
Mata's gonna
spawn
get
for the
it?
defenders
Oh my
when it comes
gosh.
to
Oh, the
Anubis.
Lucio though.
Mobile gets the
Oh, he's
point!
hiding.
Hello. Oh.
Well, we're trying to stall as long as we
But
can.
gets taken
Aw.
down by the fellow Lucio.
That's it.
And then
That's
it's
a good
going
run.
to take Anubis.
Literally an overtime at that. I mean, that is about as close as you can get in any sort of Overwatch game. It's just,
Yeah, that was a very solid. The tank ults by Zed were so good. Like the smash and then the coalescence was so good. I won them that
There
point,
were
and he kept
solid
fragging
holds
even
on
when he was in it.
both sides.
Oh yeah. That's a huge freeze though. Love that. Super good.
like I will say, Enigma looked a lot better on that defense than on the offensive. I kind of want them to bring some of that energy into their attack this next map. I really want to see what they can do with that. On the side of Zed,
Enigma is running with some new players that they haven't in previous weeks.
that
I'm
is
excited
true.
to see what exactly they're going to bring to this equation.
I mean, looking at Zed as well on that map, their tank ults were definitely on point. Actually, literally, their ults overall were on point. They were staggering them out in just the right way. You know, they weren't using too many at any given moment during a fight. They always had something up their sleeve. So, I mean, I kind of want to see
Mhm.
how that ult economy will keep benefiting them as they move on further into this map set.
You see it almost every week too. Like the team normally, like winning dry fights doesn't always win. Usually it's the team who can use ults like smarter, rather than blow all of them in one fight. Like right there at the end, they used their staggered out, and then they smashed and grabbed, and it kind of left them with nothing to defend the point left with for last fight. So like they pretty much won that because at the end when you grab only the Rhine after you shattered him, like you have nothing left to fight on point. So they got on point and just lost the dry fight.
Very, very true. As now we're going to be waiting for map number 2. the amusement park known as Blizzard World. I gotta say, the aesthetic's really nice at least, you know? I mean, might not be the funnest to try to defend at any given time, especially that second point, but it's definitely
I
interesting.
really like Blizzard World first point
Yeah, first point
on
is cool.
defense.
Second point, I loathe it on the defense. It kind of reminds me of
Dude, I think
Libani's
that's
second.
most yeah. I think that's most like payload maps though. Like most payload maps, like the second point is so hard to hold. Like maybe Hollywood, not Hollywood, maybe Route 66, kinda.
Yeah,
But even then, that's really it.
I was
Like
about
all
to
the
say,
other ones, it feels like you get ult rolled and staggered for the whole second fight. That's almost how it always goes.
yeah, I can definitely agree with that. But especially Blizzard World, that second point, it's just so much coverage for the enemy, especially from above. I mean, once they
Oh
start
yeah,
moving towards the snack bar there in the middle, they're pretty much well covered. You're gonna have to find a way to fight them on the ground, or you're gonna have to fight them
yeah.
at range.
Just gotta
There's
wait
a
for
there's a
one of
ton of range to
setups.
utilize for your attack. There's tons of that's also like a big thing for second points on these payload maps. It seems there's always a ton of flanking routes that you can utilize and that your enemies really can't, or they're out of position and they can't get healed or get resources from their team. On defense, it feels like you have to play very static and kind of in front of the payload. No real flanking on these second points.
I'll wait for expert to join.
Very, very true. But I mean, both of these teams, their season's been going, or at least after that last one, it looks like Enigma's looking up here after a couple of rough weeks going into this one. I think they can definitely turn it around here. They look very, very strong in that one.
Yeah. I think I would take these games as just like confidence builders. Like build synergy with your team. Just play well, keep your heads up, sort of deal.
Like, I've always been an advocate for this one. I've played. It's just you got to take the little things. You win one team fight, you take that and you build on it throughout the map. Every map is brand new. You may have lost that first one, but you go into the second one going, okay, the score's back to 0-0. Let's do what we can. Let's take the small victories and we move forward. At
That is
least,
what I love about our league style is it's not about the game wins, it's about the map wins.
Hmm.
say like every single map counts. That's what you want to go for. And I mean, I really do think it's kind of feeling like one of those nights where something out of the blue might happen. You know, I just feeling something in the air here. But oops, I clicked the wrong thing on my phone. Where's the YouTube link? There we go. Comment section is open. Leave your comments in there. You know, we'll try to get some of those answered as we go along here.
My cat. What are you doing, cat?
So
Or she like sits behind my PlayStation for warmth.
cute.
Yup.
I guess naked cat.
What are you doing?
Let's see. So we do have a substitution. We're going to be seeing Kaza coming out here for.
A7. There you go.
Wait, is Kaza coming in?
Where did A7 go?
Expert's able to get in.
He's in. Oh, I don't see him.
There's-
A7? Here, I'll invite him. There we go.
Uh-oh.
So let's see. There's Mata. There's 7. There he is.
I'm just gonna put him over to red only and then move him.
Yeah, there we go.
And who wants to be moved to Kaza?
Yeah.
There we go.
And we need to get who in? Expert? I don't have that one. Don't have expert.
No, I already got him.
Oh, okay. Nice, nice. So we did get a couple of swaps. We are going to be seeing expert come in here for Mata, and we are going to be seeing A7 coming in here for Kaza entering Blizzard World. Of course, our hybrid map of the evening.
Still really disappointed about that. When I first saw Blizzard World, I saw the red and then the blue ceilings, and I was like, this is going to be perfect for Assault.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like, haha, nope. Hybrid. Make it work, chief. I'm not
And we ready to go.
I see. Map number 2, 1-0, favorite Zed-F here, entering as we go to the land of amusement, Blizzard World. Close enough.
Blizzard World is another one of those maps, though, that you can run a multitude of comps and still have it work. Even some unconventional comps. What the fuck?
True. I don't think it's
what happened?
as King's Row, but...
Hold
Oh,
on.
that was weird.
It's,
What the heck?
It's one of those maps where a lot can happen. You can run a lot of different things with all the amounts of high ground running around, and all the bits of cover.
Why? Okay, if I'm sounding confused, it's because there's, like, I have my colorblind set up, and there are just different colors on both teams. Like, I see some blue on ZF's side and red on Enigma's side for some reason.
Well, that's okay here, as the stream still going strong here. We are going to be seeing some lineups coming up in the tavern. We do have the Ryan Lucio, at least to start off there. On the opposing side, at least for now, we have the Hanzo McCree, Ana Zarya, Ryan, and Mercy. Hey, nice to see a bit more Mercy running around. You know, especially now. On the side of Enigma, currently they have 4 tanks, including the hamster. Quad tank, perhaps?
Quad tank can work. If you play it very aggressively, it does have potential.
Never mind, they are going to be running the coveted goats comp here, entering map 2. On the side of Zed, they'll be keeping the Hanzo McCree, Ana Mercy, Ryan Zars.
And it looks like Enigma's gonna go through a little flank route around the side.
I like this. If they push really hard right now, they could get the catch of the Reinhardt by himself. Yeah.
Yep, and there you go.
And this is where the Lucio
MJ
becomes key in Goat's comps. It gives that speed boost to the tanks that do not have that mobility and allows them to push forward and pass these big shields.
Ooh, nice charge by
I love MJ's position. I love being on over on that high ground. No one pays attention. Like, look right now, he just slept him for
We
free.
got 2 kills on the side of
this
Enigma,
is-
and this is going to force the point into their favor.
Oh,
Yeah, they got it.
Canceled
And
out
that-
the Penguin cancels out bullets, res.
Oh,
Dragons
really?
comes out to try and stall out the point.
Yep, and they are going to drop Connor in
Huge
there on
ante.
Zarya. There you go, gonna keep going. Nope, not for very long.
They still haven't dealt with MJ. Oh, now they will. He's gone. And he gets a sleep on him before he falls. What a sleep. Oh, you love to see it.
And that's a heck of a stagger, as we are going to be seeing DJ swap off that Hanzo to the Junkrat. Lots of more burst damage coming in there. Also with Expert going to the Reaper.
Mhm.
Lots of high damage coming in on the side of Zed-F just to try to counter that Ghost. Like, I'd even maybe try to get some more on the healing side. Might try to get that Brig to slip under the shield, maybe. I'm not quite sure.
Rally
here,
comes
though,
out on the
really
side
big
of
shatter.
Enigma, and Penguin gets a big push, gets a big charge, and it takes out Colin too.
There you go, gonna make it double. Genesis making it a trip. And they're
And
gonna
Enigma
keep...
is quickly turning this fight into their favor.
Okay.
Connor did good though there to get a lot of ult charge before he died though. Now he has grab for next fight.
And it looks like
If DJ can stay alive, that's huge.
Enigma might be able to get theirs up in the midst of the next fight as well, so we might have a double grab off here. Really depends on what we see. Shatter by Colin!
Huge.
Shatter comes out, but a
that's
huge sound barrier. Can't.
Grips tire!
Rip Shatter comes out, gets there!
Nice. Super solid. Huge tire, great combo.
The black hole sucks in all and deletes it all with the J-Crat.
Love to see that. That's what I mean though, like running a goats, you can get that. Like Connor's farming these tanks here. I wouldn't be surprised
And
if he
this-
gets another one.
This is
On this
why
account.
Junkrat is so strong and against these brawl comps. The fact that they love to group up just gives Junkrat that ability to feed and dish out his maximum output of damage without putting himself in danger.
Yeah, same here. Like, even the fair. Look at the fair. They just now switched to that, and she already has barrage. Instantly has barrage.
I mean, that's kind of the trade-off you get trying to play goats. You give them a lot of opportunity to grind up points. Another side are going to get one. And I mean, they're going to take advantage of the barrage.
Junkrat already 75%
really
to another
solid.
ult and is now 85.
And the Diva Bomb!
Gets one.
Really
Really
taking
solid.
it to- However, on the side of Enigma, you already lost 2.
Penguin's kind of caught up on his own here.
They did get the
Solid
grab.
grab.
Recon the grab with Mercy falling to it.
I am quite surprised
Penguin
here.
catches the diva.
Like, we are seeing Enigma
gonna-
here. They lost 2 of their healers in that last brawl to the barrage, but yet they're still going. They're keeping this fight in their favor. I'm impressed.
Super
Penguin
solid.
falls to the Ana. Tire comes out.
Oh,
catches
no,
two.
No one touched.
Oh, they
But
broke
the
it short
point is
on.
still able to be pushed.
Little C9 action. They committed too much to killing that sleeping Reinhardt. A little too much.
Reinhardt charges
I
gets
catch it on
booped
the way
away by
back.
the Lucio.
Ooh,
Good
and a
kill.
nice fire strike there on both sides. Gonna at least get something. Oh, the nice charge. Deep by Penguin, though. That's a little deep. Let's see if your team can come back and help you. Nope. Adios.
No. Really solid boop.
Boop City.
We're gonna see it. A7 coming up with a rally
big
very
block
soon.
right now.
Even with the
We've
Really
got a
solid
grab
grab.
and we've got a coalescence
All
coming
should
out.
die.
Yeah, better
Oh,
keep
but the
your team
kills
alive.
are so strong. Heals are so strong in this comp.
That is the one good thing about Ghosts. I mean, you can get more of a coalescence even
A
faster.
rally
if you
comes
know
out on the
the
side of
play.
Enigma. That's gonna be sort of a big push.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
just get on in, be aggressive.
That's
This is
on
your
it.
time.
Zarya
Gonna
goes
push
down
out
to the
on-
Brig and the Diva combo. Tire comes out, catches Brig.
Oh,
Right
the
before
Robots are on
the
Zarya
beat
as
drop
well.
as well. Really solid.
Beautiful timing by DJ. The Diva
The
Bomb.
Diva
going
Bomb
high
coming
there.
in.
Ooh.
Lands up on
catches
the
the
ledge.
Pharah.
Still gonna get the Pharah.
They do
Even
have
landing
no
up on the
res.
ledge.
Reinhardt pops
Flanking
an
shatter.
Earth Shatter, catches Lucio. Ana goes down too.
And that is the way Goats works. And now you're gonna just push your opponent to the
Oh,
very
wrong.
brink. There you go, get all
Yep.
but the Mercy and Zarya are left in the dirt. We'll have to wait and see what can happen here. The Far is coming back.
No, they're not gonna
C9.
touch.
And Zarya is unable to get to the point fast enough.
Yeah, Goats is still pretty big at the moment. I'll give them that. And they ran it beautifully throughout. Very
Oh,
much
yeah.
improved from the last map set. From what I can remember. Very much improved. They're keeping that coordination. They're keeping tight knit like you need to with this brawl. It's working very well from them. I'm glad to see it.
Mm-hmm. And on the side of Zed, like they played a lot of those engagements well, but they kind of over and over they weren't sending anyone to fight frontline. So like they slept the Reinhardt in the back, and then they committed 3 people to try to kill him, but then no one is in the front, so they just kind of capped the point for free.
And that is very true. I mean, they kind of just gave this Goats all the room it ever wanted to run free and wild. And even, literally, even in that team fight where they got through second point, they had lost 2 of their 3 supports. All they had left, from what I could tell, was the Lucio. Yet they somehow managed to keep that brawl alive and take over that fight and actually give themselves an advantage. They put the numbers in their favor, even after starting off losing 2 of their healers.
That's like one of the strongest things, Goats, you know? Like even down two healers in any other comp, you pretty much like, alright, fight's over, back out. But Goats it's not, because you still have so much health on the side of tanks, and you still have a healer up, because you're usually earning 3.
Yeah, and
Huge strong suit of Goats.
it's scary, but looks like they're
And
gonna be
going
coming
into the comps, we're gonna see a Bastion on the side of Enigma,
also
as
a
well
Zed.
as
I
it
really
looks
like
like Zed is running their own Goats comp this time.
Ooh. They're running a Sim Bastion as well. Let's see if they start like teleporting. Let's see if they teleport to like the back high
And
ground.
Zed-F's gonna do
Once
the
they
same
push the
thing that
point.
Enigma had done, push through that little room,
Oh, here we go.
and
Teleport's
immediately
going up.
straight to point with already 4 on.
It's gonna
Make
teleport
that
to the other
5,
high
6.
ground.
The entire team is on point, and Enigma is going to have to be
happening
forced to
too
pull
slow.
back.
Nope, there you go. They are gonna move to that back high ground. They're gonna try something.
They're just gonna. They've given up too. Yeah. Yikes.
Too much.
They didn't.
Enigma
They
has
didn't.
given up way too much ground to this goat
Oh!
style
Yeah.
and is just falling into its hands.
Yeah, that's not the way you want to try to counter that. I do believe what they were going for could have worked, right? But there is a reason more often than not you see an Orisa with a comp like that. And Orisa's going to help you
100%.
use the Holt to pull your opponents back where you want them. And you can specifically pick out your targets a whole lot easier when they're not moving at 100 miles an hour.
That and there was just a clear communication thing somewhere. They didn't know who was going to go down and contest, so they kind of scrambled, and your supports went down and contested, and that's definitely not what you want.
I can agree, but they are going to be keeping this same setup entering point number 2. Kind of making it through
We are
the
going to see Genesis with the ult, and he's going to pop his
Oh, he's going
tank.
in. He's in a great spot
Staying
to rain
on the
down
high
on him.
ground, not really moving into it until the end of the ult.
no.
It's a good pin. Huge bubble to counter it,
Reinhardt
though.
charges forward,
Oh, the
is
nice
left
shatter.
alone, puts down a
Good
shatter.
block.
And of course that McCree
And
now.
Penguin is going to fall. Expert's going to take down the Mercy, and Colin's going to take down Moira. And the fight is just quickly dissolving into Zed-F sweeping through.
Zed's got a lot of counter picks right now. I think that if I'm Enigma here, I switch up my comp. Because, yeah, here we go. They're going to switch.
I was,
Yep.
I was just about to mention like the nice swap starts to the McCree and the Hanzo just to kind of throw off your opponent. They're still expecting that goats, and better yet, no, you're gonna give them the flash fan and of course the storm arrow instead. That's honestly almost just as scary in a sense.
Oh yeah,
Especially-
like when your
Honestly,
Bash
after
is
that
sitting
first
there, you
point-
eat all that damage. It's super scary. It's a hard counter in my eyes.
However,
I would
we are
think after that first point, you know that they were running goats. It's already time to switch something up.
That is true, and they are swapping it up now. I mean, they are getting those nice picks. And however, Connor gonna be winning the Zarya battle and getting the grab.
It's a
Zed
grab
comes
combo.
out, catches. Did it only catch the Reinhardt?
It got the Rein. That's a good stun though. Gets Mama out of coalescence.
We
MJ
are
is
going to see a
really
Reaper
deep
come
here
out.
now.
This is definitely going to easily feed off of the Ghost style. If they can if he can get into the middle of them, Reaper is just going to be able to rain down a lot of damage.
And speaking of damage, Genesis
Great
taking out
pick.
the brig there.
I'm saying I really like Genesis's area here. He's doing a lot of really good damage. He almost has an ult already.
Earth Shatter comes down,
Good
catches
shatter.
3!
I need
Jedi
to
coming
counter,
out!
High noon gonna get.
Genesis had to hide.
Oh,
Had to hide in
It
the small room
just-
with a Reinhardt.
Expert's going to get
It's-
Penguin with that Deadeye, as well as getting Keno with
Oh,
just a normal shot.
Seed though.
Mobile, though, is
finally.
able to take down Expert.
Getting the res though. I'll give him that. That was beautiful. Just right in the middle of the chaos.
Up one here.
However,
And
there's
Zed-F
a-
is heavily pushing forward, just aggressing through Enigma, forcing them back.
I will give them an A for effort there
Beautiful
on the side
clap.
of Enigma. They tried to contest there at the last second, just got a little bit knocked out of the way. Zed will finish with almost a whole minute more. Oh, okay, almost 2 more than their adversaries there.
Those were like super big brain picks on the side of Zed. They really hardcore were like, well, they're probably thinking we're running goats, so we're just gonna counterpick for their counter goats comps. That was really smart. It was an immediately point take, and then they just kind of rolled them. That's the thing we're talking about with payload maps. Like the second time, there were just ult fights and ult fights.
Yep, and whoever wins those ult fights is going to control the map and the tempo, and Zed definitely proved that coming back here with their strong tank play.
It looks like we're going to see goats on both sides, the exact same comps.
Yeah, I will say, this is the one thing that's good about the Reaper buffs, yet the one thing bad about it as well.
This is definitely
I
going to be a
think
fight
so.
that is going to be brought to the point fairly quickly. You've got 2 teams that are now running goats. It's going to be an all-out brawl on the point.
Goats warfare, let's see how it ends.
This fight is going to
Oh,
end by
yeah.
which team makes the quick decision to switch off of one character into something that feeds off of goats.
Exactly.
I mean, and that favors the attack, because if you lose an attack, you can just go switch.
It's like the attackers definitely have the slight edge here, of course, with their spawn being a little bit closer. So, I mean,
Yeah,
use it to
counter
your
picks
advantage.
are.
Zed-F quickly
Oh.
drops off the high ground, seeing that what their team is their opponents are running.
Oh, both rounds
Penguin
down.
charges forward, catches the Rhine,
DJ gonna get the first pick of the brawl here, gonna take out the opposing brig.
I might give up a
Colin
and the
pick
brawl is
for
quickly going to
Ooh,
start, and it's falling into Zed-F's favor.
Yep, is. Oh, there goes the D.
That's 3.
Beautifully against
Then.
the wall. Beautiful charges. Yep, you're going to see Enigma forced out here. Back to the drawing board.
Are they going to change anything, you think?
Zed with the goats. It doesn't look like
Right
it.
now, I would change something because it looks like it. Because now we have the information that Zed-F is running the exact same comp that we are. They're expecting us to run the same thing that we were doing, and we need to change it up. We need to catch them off
Oh,
guard.
really good stun.
Nice
Stops the
play.
shatter.
Beautifully done there.
Really, really good stun.
Diva Bomb coming in on the side of Zed-F is going to get behind the enemy lines, but catches nobody. But Penguin will still fall.
Yeah, getting taken out by DJ once again, getting the first pick of this engagement, and there you go. Going to quickly devolve into Zed's fight. They're going to be taking this one, pushing them back to
And
spawn.
Zed is just
all
going
the
to
way
push
back to spawn
straight
door,
for
huh?
their spawn.
Oh, huge pin! Get a
That
pin
Penguin
off the
falls
map.
off the map, taking the Reinhardt with him.
That is one way to use
That plays
the
into
spawn
their
advantage.
advantage.
I mean, you're going to get
Yeah.
back a lot quicker. Take that risk. You know that enemy Ryan's going to take a lot longer than you. Very nice play. And of
YOLO
course,
play
they have-
turns out. Love to see it.
And they do have 5
We're
ults
gonna
entering
see
this fight
5
now,
ults.
almost 6.
Going,
And there you
Alright, here
go.
we go.
Rally
Go
comes
behind
out on
the
Enigma,
fight.
the push has started.
Oh, it's
Earthshatter
in!
comes out, catching everybody.
That's gonna get them all. Never know though, it's goats.
Both coalescence
Gonna
comes
get 'em
out.
too.
Diva Bomb gets the Zarya.
There you go, we'll get the giant bubble. So there you go. You got a chance to push in here with this one. You still have 2 ults. Beat drop.
Sound
coming out.
barrier comes out on the side of Zed-F.
However,
Very solid.
Enigma still has theirs. Shatter coming out by Colin.
Another shatter. It's 2 shatters in
DJ's
one
gonna
fight.
take down Mama Bear.
We do have the beat drop.
Penguin's still
Enigma's
gonna
on the
run down
point.
theirs. They're on the fight. Everyone's fighting different
The
fights.
Diva Bomb coming out of Zed-F.
Good
Catches the
block.
Zarya.
Big
Graviton comes out.
block.
Reinhardt gets taken. Reinhardt gets slammed to the ground.
Just an all-out brawl. Another big
Huge
shatter.
shatter on the side of Enigma.
Another
However,
big shatter.
this Looks like Zed. Oh, the
Diva
nice
Bomb,
beat
another
straight-
one for Enigma. Catches the Lucio. Penguin gets one.
And there you go. They are
This could
actually
be
playing
theirs.
this fight in their favor. There you go. Colin gonna charge through, getting back behind the Moira, getting booped around away from the point. Gonna have to try to get up the stairs as we are seeing Zed's reinforcements come on in, trying to stop this one.
I got 2.
Sound
Second
barrier
beat
comes
drop.
out to try and guarantee this point.
It's second beat drop of the fight here.
The other
by
one left
Enigma.
is Hammond.
It's a lot of stall though. Nothing. He's dodging the brig stuns really well. He's gonna keep
just-
going. Can he touch? Oh, he couldn't
And
touch.
Hammond is Hammond nearly escapes, but is taken down by Penguin.
I mean, now your game plan here should just be, what can we do to knock this comp off the point? That's all you really got to do here. Just one little slip up, and that
One
time
fight.
immediately empties.
I think it's 1 fight.
It looks
They
like
might-
we're gonna
you
see a
might see them-
Bastion coming out on the side of ZF.
Yeah, you might see them just throw everything in one fight, like
Well,
And
potentially
Bastion
get a
steps up on the
Sombra
high
or
ground right
something.
next to them.
I
But
mean,
Diva immediately dives for him.
the big
Colin's in a
shatter from
really
behind.
vicious spot. Big shatter can get one.
There you go,
He
gonna
picks
get
up
your
one.
main
Colin
Moira.
gets one.
And speaking of
Counter
Penguin,
shatter.
Mines
Both
come out
Moira's
onto the
down.
point.
Both Moira's gone. Colin getting 2.
Heimdall.
Ninja gonna make it 3.
Ooh.
Diva Bomb coming out and for Enigma. Catches
Nah, I
nobody
got
that
one.
time, but clears out all the mines.
Oh, nice touch by Colin. Gonna end up getting the Diva. Diva's pretty close to out of mech expert with the bomb as well. Throwing off the point. That's all
That's
they needed.
And Enigma is forced off the point.
Okay.
That's all you need. They almost have double the time they had though.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
But-
Zed has a lot of time to work with in their bank. That is
With the thing is with goats fights though, like think of how long goats like that fight on point is such a brawl and lasts so long that honestly the time advantage doesn't really matter if it's just going to be a goats fight. The fight's going to last forever anyway and eat up your time.
and you know
And you
what,
don't get any
that's-
extra time once you cap the point.
And that's
So
why
honestly,
I
this is closer than it
honestly
looks.
think you got to go anti-goats from the start here if you're on the side of Zed. You're almost guaranteeing. Okay, your opponents literally the last 3 rounds twice have started off with goats. The only time they swapped was when they tried the Bastion sim on defense the first time, and it got them beat on the draw. So you almost got to expect goats. Maybe try to go counter goats. Something to prepare in that way to get rid of an opposing goats. And if not,
It looks like for
You're
ZF
probably
we're gonna
already
see a Goats style with instead of a third healer we're gonna see a Torbjorn. Maybe a little pirate ship action.
No, MJ's a troll. He's not gonna play Torb. I guarantee it. He's gonna switch to Ana last
For
second.
Enigma, it looks like we're gonna see a Diva Orisa with a Brigitte, Ana, Moira. So a very similar kind of comp. It
Oh,
looks
I was
more like a
close.
bunker
We're
goat.
freaks.
It looks like Enigma's running more of a bunker goat style.
I mean, they are lacking they are just playing triple support here. They are lacking that third tank. They do have the Junkrat though. Very nice way of using it here. As we're already seeing
Well,
the goats come straight to him.
if you do support a Junkrat well enough, he can be very tanky.
True, but
Oh, that's a really good
pick
pin
going to
again.
Colin. Yeah, no, it looks like Enigma. Oh, there you are. They are gonna get
Ooh, a
Colin though.
counter pick!
Colin taking out.
But
And-
Connor is going to take out Kino.
Yep, there you go.
And this
fight's
fight
actually-
looks like it's quickly falling into Zed-F's favor.
No, it
If
looks
they could get
pretty
more people
balanced.
onto the point. There's only
Yeah.
there's 4 people
Four
on
on
Enigma's
four.
side, but
Like,
only
yeah.
2 on Zed-F's.
Like both have
Four.
lost 2 people apiece, as we are going to be seeing Enigma actually winning the fight here, at least for now.
They're
Trying to
5 on
back
5
up-
still. Alright, everyone's back.
adversaries.
It's a full fight again.
Yeah, right back into the
Full
ghost
fight.
brawl. Just
Here
trying
we
to
go.
keep as much time off the clock as possible.
Zarya
He just
all
kinda
alone.
caught
It
up
looks like
on
they're pushing on the
himself.
opposite side. Reinhardt's going around back to
They're
the way they
really
were pushing,
split.
keeping the Orisa and Diva.
Trying to go for a pinch, but you just
Preoccupied
don't
with him.
get enough momentum here, not enough speed. As the Shadow gonna get 3
Earth
of
Shatter
them.
comes down, gets 3!
Another
goes two, the
really
Diva
big
bomb.
2
grab.
fall down because of the Earth Shatter, and these ults
That'll be-
are falling into the side of Zed-F.
Yeah, no, that's...
There it is.
Yeah, no, if you wanted to see Goats run any better, I don't know where you're gonna find it, as that was near perfect, except for that little stumble there at the beginning where the picks were even, but
Little-
as soon as they
Yeah.
chunked their ults into it, that fight turned
And that's
very,
where the
very
weakness
quick.
of bunker styles and falls. Is once it starts
Yes.
getting pumped full of ults and you start really aggressing past that Orisa, bunker kind of falls apart.
Oh, we are
We're
gonna,
gonna
see
see
this
Kendall's Tyra coming through. It goes straight down the middle and it's easily taken down by a fire strike.
Oh,
DJ gonna get off the Lucio when he was close to ult to defer to the Hanzo. Very
just
interesting.
Try to
Maybe for
burst
shield
down
bust.
that shield, yeah, as quickly as possible. You don't got a long distance to go. You win this next fight, you've won
yeah.
the game.
Oh yeah, 2 minutes to do it too. Plenty of time.
Nano Boost comes
Nano.
out.
Yeah, Orisa, there goes the Diva Bomb
That's
from
gonna take up
behind.
2.
And Brigette's on the
Yeah.
other side. Diva Bomb catches 2.
I mean, there you go. That's all it's really going to take, as this fight's now in Zed's favor here. There you go, getting another one and another one. That's 4, 5. Last survivor of the
And now Enigma is just forced to stagger in.
apocalypse removed from this plane of existence.
Zed-F taking map 2.
Yep.
I will say, though, a lot more competitive, and it looked a lot closer than the first map. Like, it was really, really close
Yep.
throughout. I mean, both
Zed's
teams...
Going
attacks
into
were
a-
very solid.
Going
They
into
were
map
very
3, if you
good.
were Enigma right now, what would you be thinking?
You almost got
What do we have to change?
This kind of goat
Huge.
comp style
Look
we
at
want to
that.
keep
Look at that.
seeing from your opponent. That's really what you're... Because, I mean, I'm going to be honest, that is one of the strongest goats teams I've seen in a while. I mean, they
Absolutely.
play very, very strong and very aggressive, the way you
Like
want to play
you see,
goats.
like you see from cards, 81 KP on your brig. Like you're playing it right. If your brig is hitting everyone at least once or twice, like you're playing grouped up enough, hitting
And
everyone as a team.
And not even just the group, like they're playing it swift, like it looks like they're running 2 Lucios there, just swamping from target to target, just... It's insane how fast they're going through and getting these picks. I'm just
absolutely.
in awe at how they're running that. Enigma, though, ran a very good goats themselves. They looked a lot better there on map 2. I will give them that. I mean, they looked a lot more coordinated. They stayed together a lot better. Just when it came down to it, the ult advantage just leaned in the favor of Zed once again here, especially with their tank ults. I mean, we're going to keep smashing that in. Their tank ults are doing really
Very
well.
solid. I mean, there were multiple times like they're doing the combo where they shatter and then they grab into it, and then he swings away the whole time and gets another shatter for the next fight. Like, just really smart combos like that. Like there were two fights in a row where Colin had shattered, and he by the end of the fight had another shatter because Connor grabbed and he just swung away. Like just super smart usage of your ults there
And
to
if
just
you're-
keep tank rolling.
And if you're Enigma here, you got to figure out a way. How do we make their ults get less value? I mean, a lot of their ults throughout on the side of Zed, especially their shatters, their grabs, and their diva bombs running this goats, they're getting huge values, like 2-3 people at a time per ult. That's a lot of positive gain when you look at it, especially since you could regain a lot of that lost ult charge in that same fight once you can take advantage. You got to figure out how to stop that. You got to make them get less value for those ults and get more value in your own. That's the big difference here.
Absolutely.
I mean, Week 5 of the Overwatch League of Champions coming to you live right now. Getting ready for Map 3, Lijiang Tower. We do have another matchup tomorrow night, as it will be Castillo Calamity versus the Busan Weeamoos. I believe same time? Yeah, same time as this one. And of course Sunday we'll have Fluid versus Bloodborne at 6 CST. However, with that aside, 2-0 Zed-F entering Lijiang Tower. We'll be starting off with the garden? Is that what this is? Always forget.
Yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure this is Gardens.
Lijiang Building, that's what we're gonna call it. Because I don't remember the name.
I still can't believe you called Night Market Gardens one day.
You know what? I'm bad at names. I'll give it that.
It's Control Center, Gardens, and Night Market.
Yes. Or Neon Fish, Building, and Computer Lab.
Alright.
But here we go. I mean, you gotta think here on this map. Lots of holes, lots of boop potential. I wouldn't be surprised
Looks
if we
like
saw...
Enigma's going to be running a dive style, whereas Zed-F is going to run something
kind of the
very
same thing.
similar.
Yeah.
You've got the Winston and the Zarya rather than a Winston
switching it
Diva.
up.
It looks like they are going to play more brawly, but the Sombra is going to be the big piece in this comp. If she can get the hack out on this very dive-heavy comp, it's going to disrupt them completely.
I still like the picks here, because like the Tracer and McCree, the McCree is kind of like anti-Sombra. Oh, they're gonna get one? Ooh, almost does with the boop.
Lucio gets the right
He does
right
get one.
away.
There
We're
it
gonna
is.
see a boop. There you go, Zed already down. Their main tank gonna back up a little bit. You're gonna have to give a
Penguin's in there really far.
Yeah, that's a little...
He's in
We see the
their team.
Sombra in the
Ambitious.
backlines waiting for her opportunity to get the hack off.
Yeah.
I do like that
As she
they're
should.
taking control of the bridge. Oh, Marley gonna get the pick
Oh,
there.
he's gonna go
Sombra's
down.
gonna go down to Mick right click.
Love to see it. He didn't lead with a hack, so he just, yeah.
Winston
he had
jumps
flashback.
in.
A lot of pressure on their Mercy, on Zed's Mercy here.
I mean, that's kind of what you want to go for, especially with...
Reinhardt's left alone on the point. Just easy pickings for Enigma right now.
Almost booped. Oh my.
I get
Mobile
the strategy
really looking
you're,
for it.
Going for here. I mean, on these control point
But two
maps where the
picks
spawns are even.
On the side of Zed-F with the res on Nada.
Yep, and there you
Oh
go.
yeah,
We're gonna see
McCree's
that.
hacked too. That time he hacked him. There we go. There it is.
I
He's
think
gonna go
that-
down, but he got a ton of value.
I was saying Enigma.
And this is where the Sombra now lies when it becomes to her strength. It
we
is.
know we are gonna see Mobile high up in the sky. He's gonna
Mobile.
be contesting.
Oh, he's really contesting. None of them shooting him.
His team's
Oh
getting
my,
back
it's
in
gonna buy him
too.
plenty of time.
Yes, the reinforcements coming back in.
He's
That's
barely
all you
took
need.
damage too. He's got plenty of time, and the Winston ult's gonna pop here too, even stall even longer.
And not to
And
mention you
a
have
and
Pulse
a Transcendence.
Just gonna
Uh-oh.
pop everything you can in this fight. You're going for
This is
percent at
one.
this point.
Big shatter, big shatter. That should be it. That should be it.
It should.
You never know though. Mobile could pull his stuff. If he gets back up in that spot, oh he's hacked. Oh he's hacked. Never mind. Never mind. He's going down.
However, you still have your diva out there. I mean, you're gonna get at least it looks like 60%. And there you go, 64.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Very solid stall.
And you do have both your DPS ults, and you almost got your diva ults as well.
Connor switched over to the Ashe here, and in that really long fight, he almost has Bob, which is saying a lot because that ult charge is very slow.
I bet
Good
Sombra
counter
gets the
pick,
hack
too.
off on the Tracer and kills her immediately.
so like one of the slowest DPS ults in the game to get almost. And there goes, there's Bob, just gonna help keep the
There
opponent
it is. Very solid.
progressing any further. Very nice start
Oh,
here.
and yikes. The Winston's cut off by himself. The Bob. Yep, the Bob really sectioned off him from his team. Good Bob.
Perfect placement. I mean, that's what you're kind of looking
Oh,
for here.
he's gonna
keeping
stick
your
the shield,
opponent-
and Mobile almost fell off the map, but saves himself. And he's gonna get a counter boop onto the other. Oh my gosh, that was beautiful by Mobile.
And here you go, the diva bomb. Gotta clear out that Ryan shield. Gonna charge forward. Oh, booped away.
Good stun. Really good stun. Oh,
Grab trans.
Oh,
EMP.
really
Goes on
solid.
and huge EMP.
Shatter as
Big
well.
EMP, really big shatter too.
Oh, rip.
One of them falls
Diva.
off the map. Oh no.
Oh, Kino.
Oh, but
Jedi
he
coming
countered.
out on the side of
That's
Enigma,
two.
catching 2.
And he's gonna get the.
Make that
and he's gonna get
3!
them. Kino gets 3. This is winnable. Colin fell off the map too.
let's say
Oh,
that
this is
That was
winnable.
a 3
This is
for
winnable.
1
Getting
for
caught as
Enigma.
well.
They need to capitalize off
Really
of
Oh,
this
yeah.
opportunity.
That is what you gotta do here. There you go.
There it is.
Enigma.
That was solid.
And they should.
Kino came up with a huge play. We're gonna see a crazy stall by Marley. Two Reddit Lucios going at it, doing what they do. Oh,
No,
Gaza
Gaza's
takes
gonna
it out.
interrupt and say,
Never
sorry,
mind.
man. We want this point, please. You're not getting your karma on Reddit today. Get at it. As we are going to be seeing both teams, they're now in the point of no return, you know. At this point, next team fight could easily put this away here for Enigma if they can plan this right.
Mobile's looking for a boop still. He's gonna like doing a reverse positioning, gonna try to boop someone. Here it is. There it is. He went for it. Ooh,
And
barely
then
to
it
get it.
starts pushing forward. Valkyrie comes out,
Soldier and
as
Hamster
well as
coming
the
up from
sound
behind.
barrier.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, they're gonna
hello.
pop both at the same time. Little miscommunication,
Bob
but we'll see how
here
it plays
just
out.
capitalize the point and just make sure it stays Zed-F.
It's such a good ult. Like, look at it. It's cutting the teams in half. Yeah.
They're going the hamster ult on the backside, gonna cause some trouble here, gonna knock down that
Good job.
Reinhardt just acting as a minesweeper.
Oh, nice boot by Colin, the EMP
Really, really,
Big EMP! That
EMP.
Zenyatta
Bigger
comes in to
trans.
save his team!
Bigger trans,
Really good
that's
trans.
twice, the real
Kaz is going in, man.
him and Mobile being the real
It's
goats for this team at the
farming.
moment.
Kino's half. Kino still has high noon here.
Another
Could
boot,
secure
almost
this with
got
high
the
noon.
run up. Big shot
Is he gonna do it?
Sound barrier on the side of Enigma.
Oh, he's trying to right click the Mercy. He has to reload. Oh, he's just gonna
Kano gets
primary
the Mercy
play.
and Zed-F takes
There it is.
Lee Zhang Night Gardens.
That's huge. Kazu's playing out of his mind. He got 2 trances in one swap.
And Mobile just being as elusive as all get out up there on the top of the rafters.
Oh yeah, that won them the point. He stalled to 65 when it was 1v6. What did that point
Alright,
start at?
Chubby.
I really want to watch back and see how long he stalled. He stalled for like,
Alright, Chubby.
God, it felt like
Which
20
map
points.
is this?
This is Computer Lab, next question. Okay, it's
This is
Control Center.
Haymond map. Please, someone pick Haymond. Oh my gosh.
But honestly,
Please,
Lee
please, please,
Zhang
please.
Control Center is a very difficult map if you are playing a very high ground oriented team.
Mhm.
As there isn't very much. I mean, all you really have is that small ledge just above the point.
However, if you get a Bastion up there pretty well, at least
Solid
off the
pen.
get-go, you can get a lot of advantage from it. If you can get something right in pain from above.
Good. Nice. Really solid CC on there, Reinhardt.
And we are going to be seeing Zed here get a early pick. They're going to take a slight advantage early on. Nice charge by
Charges
Colin.
Oh.
through.
Ambitious charge. I like to
Not
see
my
it.
bad. Oh,
Kaza goes down to count.
And we are going to be seeing this
Griggs
brawl.
just bashing away at this poor Zarya.
Trace is just going into their backline. Both gonna pop their ults here.
And
Lots of
Connor
armor.
takes down Reinhardt.
Oh,
Colin's
Oh my
also gonna
goodness.
take down Penguin, and Enigma
I'm
is
gonna
just
back
gonna
up there.
overwhelmingly maintain this point and keep this.
yeah, no, that's how Ghost works. Yeah, it does its job very, very well. When you can get a lot of DPS in there.
You know,
Yeah.
when you
It
get
looks
like
like
a
picks are
team
already
switch,
falling to the side of Zed-F.
Oh,
Grab comes
really
down
big
on
grab.
Zed-F, catches
Grab.
he
four.
already has trance. Already has
Zenyatta
trance.
Pops the trance to keep his team up.
And we are actually going to be seeing
Reinhardt
two
goes
picks.
down,
Oh,
and so is the Moira.
Yeah, there you go, 2 picks in the
Ugh.
favor of Enigma. They're
And
pushing
Enigma
it
is
quick.
pushing forward. Graviton
Good.
comes out, catching
Yeah,
5,
good
it
grab.
looks like, or 4.
Ooh.
The Diva Bomb goes out.
Maybe just
really
one
just
too many
to
ults.
maintain that point.
Yeah,
I would have
perhaps.
saved the Diva Bomb for the next fight,
We'll see.
but
We'll
it
see how it
did
plays out.
ensure that that point swapped over to Enigma.
Yeah. Arguably, they didn't need either, but we'll see. We'll see. They have it ult there,
Oh,
down on
First
ults.
Shatter
That's
comes
good
down,
block.
catches nobody.
Yeah, but there you go. We're
Gonna
be
pop
seeing
both
the
there.
And
Rally
Enigma
Enigma
pops
side.
rally to
ults.
keep the team up, keep the
Oh,
fight
big shot
going.
That's a great
Oh.
counter shatter.
Big Shatter, stopping that rally on Zed-F.
Another good B drop too.
Yeah, but I mean, now they're just
Connor's
keeping him,
almost got to another grav.
They can't even get
Gotta
in the
watch out for
door
that
as
big
Ryan
grav here.
Shear's going
But
coalescing.
Zed-F
go.
has the advantage here. They have spawn advantage.
Another
Not gonna happen
trance.
with the trans.
Oh, Connor whiffed it a bit. Yeah. Oh, the Reinhardt fell into it.
The
Oh, we'll
Reinhardt
see,
is
we'll see.
all alone, but he's able to
Nope.
rejoin his team.
I mean, that trans is a lifesaver, not to mention the beat.
And Lucio's in Enigma's backlines.
Marley doing Reddit Lucio things, man.
Oh,
Trace is gonna get
see,
pinned, unfortunate.
yeah,
That's
gotta get the
another good
brig,
counter pin.
pick. Oh, and speaking of getting the opposing Ryan as well, there you go, losing.
Yeah,
both
Zed's
shields
just
in the
gonna
process.
regroup
Double
here.
picks on Enigma is just pushing this
Connor
into their favor.
almost has another graviton.
Another shatter by
Earth
Alright,
Shatter
there it is.
comes down, catches two of them.
Oh, he's gonna get pinned out of
Reinhardt
nowhere,
gets
though.
charged
Really solid
though.
pin. He's gonna get
And
counter
a
pinned.
counter pin.
Got a
It's a good
quick
bubble.
on the favor. There he goes.
Zed-F
Oh,
pulls
that's-
another coalescence,
that
but
saves
Lucio
Penguin.
pops another sound barrier.
Everything
Graviton
is
comes
Yet again.
out.
Graviton.
Trace
Connor has a
Three
grab of his
going to the
own.
side of
Gonna pull one out.
Enigma.
Gonna get 5 in there, but no one's there to capitalize. Unfortunate.
Another
Ooh, does force
And
that trance though.
another transcendence.
And another bomb as well to back off the opposition. They will get bullet as well. Gonna keep some of these. They're keeping these supports stalled on the side of Zed. That's what you gotta do with Enigma. Another shatter.
And another huge shatter.
Another shatter.
And they're all gonna take this.
This is goats, boys.
And-
Ults after ult after ult.
Yeah, no, they're keeping their opponent pretty much
Huge
away
charge.
from the point. They're trying to get in there. Zed gonna hit it at the
Gakmata
last
almost has
moment.
another shatter. There it is. Another shatter.
See,
Enigma
though,
needs to pull
Gakmata.
back to the point. There's 3 of them.
Charged by Penguin. Oh, nearly getting a pick there on bullet. The Demon
Demon Bomb goes out.
Shield. Oh, gonna take down the
Catches
brick shield.
nobody, but is gonna take down that brick shield.
And
Oh,
there
here we go,
Enigma.
Heyman.
Yep,
He's
using the
doing
Heyman,
Heyman things.
swinging around the
Oh,
parade.
here we go.
Being the little
Here we
ball
go.
and another shot.
Huge,
Huge
and it takes
shatter.
away.
Yep.
It takes away the graviton.
Gonna get Brig as well, so no rally coming in here
The
on the side of
coalescence.
Zed. So now you're just gonna have a hard fight on your hands here on the side of Zed. You got the hamster. You got a really aggressive run. It's got
Oh,
another
man.
2 more picks. Speaking
Connor
of-
is really close to another
A7
grab
is
though.
going to dominate this point, taking down 2 within a second of each other.
Colin getting knocked out there. You know you're getting
This
your reinforcements.
could
from
all.
Zed.
He's at 98. Can he get another grab?
Nice,
Looks
come
like
out
he's
on
gonna
the
get another
side
one.
of Enigma.
But the mines kill him as he gets it.
Take down
Oh
Connor,
no!
and Kino's gonna take down Lucio
Oh.
and the Brig.
Very dominant.
Heyman,
play.
And
boys.
Enigma takes
Heyman.
the first map.
They will take
What
it.
did I say, dude? Heyman is so good on that point.
I told you
Oh
something
my
felt
gosh.
good in the air tonight. You know, something a little out of the ordinary was gonna happen here, and we're seeing it here.
I have to give it to Kaza though. Though it seems like he had to transfer every single one of those gravitons.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't the trans, it was the beat trap coming in right at the right time.
Right at the end.
6K
Save
healing
his-
with
Look at how
Transcendence.
much healing he did.
And all the sound
6,000.
barriers too. 25 sound barriers.
Dude, this is literally goats, boys. This is so insane to commentate because it's just like, oh, he shattered. Okay, he grabbed. Oh, he has another shatter. Oh, he has another transcendence. Like, it's so insane how this comp just feeds ults out of its mind.
I mean,
Like we're seeing like 2 and 3 shatters a fight. That's insane.
I have to say, Enigma won that fight. I want to say because of those supports. Those ults were coming
yeah.
down at just the right time. That was just keeping that team alive and in the fight.
and not to mention like
And,
once, they got that rebound with the support ults. Oh, they went in. They got aggressive. The tank core just went to work, taking out everybody in their way. Very proud.
And like just to like emphasize, they were down. They should have lost that. They blew the Diva Bomb, they blew the Grav when arguably they didn't hit either of them. But then they bounced back and they block the shatter. They get a pick with a Rhine pen, and they completely turn those fights around. They bait out ults and really handled them very well. Wins them those rounds easily. And it feels like whoever their team captures first is keeping it because these fights last so long.
Very, very true. And I mean,
I don't think it's as strong on Rialto though. I don't think Goats is a great Rialto, at least on first point. I don't think it's super solid
it kind of
for attack.
depends what your opponent runs, because you know we have seen the cheeky hog off the sides of the bridge there, where you can just twitch your opponents off. It depends, but we got to see something here tonight, boys and girls. Enigma getting their first map of the season. I am proud to see that. That is nice to see, getting a part of that moment. Hopefully, it's the first of many as we continue on here. Not just in this game.
Wait, they
but the
had
rest of the
maps,
season.
right?
They were 0-15
Nope, that was
entering
their
tonight's
first
game.
map of the season.
They do claim their first map of the season. We're glad to see that. There you go. Nice play by them. Lighten up the scoreboard. The first of many. But we will be entering map 4 though, Rialto. Let's see if Enigma can have lightning strike twice here, trying to take Rialto. Or will we see Zed-F bounce back here? We'll have to wait and see what the lineup changes. Map 4, 2-1 Zed overall. Rialto it is. Payload.
I would actually like to see Enigma take their first game of the season.
Whoa, we're getting a little ambitious. Okay, we got one map. I believe in them,
To be fair though,
but one map.
the way they played that last map, that is some strong support and tank play. Like, they work so beautifully. Like, I haven't seen anything that good in a while. And if they can keep that play
Absolutely.
up, it was like a masterpiece of teamwork there. You couldn't ask for anything better than that.
It's also the strongest goats, like style, like capture point or King of the Hill. That's what I call it. I don't know what it's actually called, but like that King of the Hill
Assault.
style. Yeah, there you go. Assault. It is the strongest goats maps, 100%. So we'll see how they can do like a payload map if they're going to continue to run goats, which it looks like they will because they kept the same people in.
Or even
They have
then,
Kino on the McCree again because he was popping on the McCree.
like, maybe have him on the McCree. You keep your supports the same. I almost wholeheartedly
Oh, yeah.
agree with
Keep
that.
Kaza on the
Kaza
Zen.
continue with the Zenyatta.
Oh yeah.
Like, both
Yeah,
of
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
teams,
yeah.
and I mean, they were dangerous forces, and we are going to see the Bastion. Orisa Bastion, there you go. Getting lots of pull and a lot of
Got the nice,
control.
a nice pink Zenyatta skin.
I mean, like, that's what you want to see.
I love those skins. It's solid. Great skins. Great skins.
So, like, I can already
The
tell you,
cotton candy colors.
top 3 teams probably going to be, you know, Charge with the pink and blue. You're going to have the Defiant with the black and red. And maybe the Justice just because the USA, you know, those are my picks. But that ain't important, as we are going to begin Rialto. Here we go. We are going to see a bit of pirate ship action going on here with the double shield, going for the clamshell.
And on the side of Zed, they don't really have shield buster comp. They have a Pharah and a... Oh, there we go. There's a good...
Zed-F does get a
early.
boop though onto mobile.
You don't have to bust
The
the shield.
Reddit
If the shield goes into the water,
Ostios.
takes a swim.
Yup.
Oh, that's the
Beauty
worst.
of it, they
The
still have a
benefit
shield
of running
though.
those double shield comps is even if you lose one of them, you still have another.
And even then, oh, yep, you're
Oh,
nine charger back.
Kaza
Yep.
Gonna get a
gets
good pin.
goofed off.
And so, however,
Look at that.
Seeing, we are seeing this Enigma team get beat up a little bit here by the far end.
And the Orisa 1v1 begins, but which one's gonna win? It's gonna be solid.
Oh, gotta get the Mercy. Oof.
Pharah's getting a ton of damage on the tanks.
Yeah, no, I
He's
think
gonna take
this
out
is when
Kaza
you
as well.
Swap back to that McCree. You get off the Bastion as soon as physically possible, and you get some hit scan in there to help deal with the Pharah, or at least a
Yeah,
Moira
you
or
need to-
something.
I think McCree too, because you need to flashbang Marley, man. He's booping off your tanks every fight. He's looking to do it again. Look at him, he's setting up for it. God, Lucio's in this bridge, man. I love it.
Yeah, no, this is why I mostly go to the right side. I ain't dealing with the Lucios and their bull.
I totally agree.
But we are gonna
I
be
try to
seeing
avoid this bridge like the plague.
another big-
Expert gonna take out Kaza again. Expert on this Pharah is having a lot of luck.
Oh, the bomb coming out of the
Oh.
bow already.
Oh.
That was quick by DJ.
Mobile pinned it as it was going. That was really nice. Kept it in like a not so hot spot.
I mean, you
It's
got,
putting decent pressure on the choke though.
I'm gonna say double. You got your double bongos coming out here. However, it does look like the advantage for it will be falling in the favor of the Zed-F crew. Getting another 4 picks, sending their opponents back to spawn once again. I don't care if you have tank or anything in the scenario. In my mind, you're eating an ult here, and you got to get some more. You got to get something to help with that Pharah, or just a Lucio,
Absolutely.
something.
Enigma
I love to see, too-
to the hammer to try and push them to the point fairly quickly.
Yeah. Maybe put pressure on the backline, dive out MJ. I really like the supports by Zed. Like their positioning is super good. Here we go. We're gonna see a bunch of ults popped here. A lot of ults popped.
Yeah, but Enigma just getting some progress. They are using the tank.
Zenyatta
Will
very
get.
low.
Oh, poor Kaza.
Enigma getting a pick with theirs, and there's Bob once again already. 2 fights in a row, we're seeing the Bob come out.
That's impressive, because that, like we said, that ult charge is really slow. GJ is popping on the Ashe.
I mean, at the same time, though, you have an opposing team that's pretty much a slow-moving, kind of like, I guess shooting gallery would be the best way to put it. I mean, as Ashe, once that shield's out of the way, you just got free reign, especially with the Bastion hanging around for as long as it did. You can just keep getting those shots.
Absolutely.
Oh, but I will say, pretty good effort there by Enigma. As, oh, they will get the far out, and the
Oh,
two go down to the turret!
All right.
Oh yeah. Kino did damage to both those two. That was a really good team shot. It's not Kaza on Torb, but you know. Oh, and he
It's working,
falls
it's
off,
Someone
the
falls
map.
off the edge.
Oh, another
Hate to see it.
by Zed, as it looks like.
Kaza
We are seeing a little bit of an issue. Ooh,
Ooh.
difference Kaza and Kino. Rez gonna be on Kaza though in the
big
back
res on
lines.
Kaza.
Both supports are still alive, and the whole hog.
Oh no, get out of there, Kaza, run! Uh oh, oh, he frags that expert! Oh, almost gets. Nah,
The
he
DJ gets takes down Kaza.
And we are gonna be.
Oh,
seeing
gonna get Marley.
And it looks like
And he goes
Zed-F
down.
is going to hold the payload right where it is.
Oh my.
Yep. I talked
No.
about this with my team a lot. Like Orisa is so good on this first point. She's not great any other spot on this map, but like that first point, she can really stonewall you.
And I mean,
And so we
If
saw
I
that.
were Enigma, right now I would have, honestly, I would have switched off the Zenyatta very early on in that. It was obvious that you weren't going to be able to get very much out of him because the enemy team was so spread out and didn't really have any ults to capitalize off the Transcendence.
Mm-hmm.
And because of his
And
low
he was just kinda
mobility,
getting bullied.
Zenyatta would have is just an easy pick.
and
Yeah, he was just getting bullied by the Orisa pole, and then Marley boop or a ton of other stuff. Oh, we got a DC.
Oh,
Yikes.
that's a feel.
He can come back though, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
but and
They're
Okay.
just not allowed to sub anyone in.
this reminds me of a scenario I had in comp a long time ago here on Rialto when it first came out. You know what you got to do here to kind of give yourself a chance, you know, especially with the short distance. You gotta.
And he's back.
Okay, there you go. I was about to say you gotta go as cancerous as you can imagine if you're down one here on this defense. Even then, though, you know, you got a short distance. I honestly, in my wholehearted opinion, you go Orisa, Bastion, you get the Torbjorn, you get some other kind of spam, and you get 2 supports in there, and you go for it. You just go for the pure out-damage them approach.
It's a lot.
We're
It's a
gonna
lot
see
easier
the
than
Torbjorn
before
on the
too.
side of Enigma as well as double shields again.
Oh yeah, Kaza Torb. Let's go. Finally get to see
But
Kaza Torb.
on the side of Zed-F, you're going to see. It looks like a very
Whoa.
ranged comp.
You see it? You see it mobile here? He's going for a boop. Look at him. He's sniffing it out. He's about to go in. He's about to go in. Here we go.
Oh,
Does he get it?
no,
Oh, almost
so
gets
close.
it.
Just barely
Marley,
misses
though,
it.
It gets a boop of his
Oh,
own, and it's not a
get
kill.
free!
There it is! Oh my gosh, he sniffed it out.
Oh, the big
Unfortunate.
trip.
That is a huge play.
You know,
These
That's
Reddit
gonna end that
Lucios,
push
man.
right away.
You know,
Oh
that's
my
that fight
goodness.
left in 'em. That's what they're going for all the time.
Look at this little spot he's got, man. He wall rides over to the right, just waiting for it. Oh my gosh.
Cheekiness.
Does Marley go for a counter boop? Are we gonna see a counter boop? Oh!
Ooh,
Yes, we
they
are!
just
There it
tried
is!
the Reinhardt, but failed.
Oh, that
Boots
was
the Reinhardt
Oh,
again, but
mobile's in a
taken
good spot.
down.
Oh, Marley gets revenge. Oh yeah. Love to see it.
the numbers.
Marley's going in. Oh, gonna boop him out of position.
Oof.
Oh.
Marley's gonna not only take the Lucio, but take down the Reinhardt too. And Expert's there to take down the Orisa. Enigma
now
no
he's on
longer
the
has
path.
any
Oh.
shields, and Bastion's able to just
Uh-oh.
pirate ship off.
Here we
through.
go. Here we go. I think that's it.
We'll have to wait and see
Oh,
as we are
poor
gonna be
mobile.
seeing
Gonna get
Torb
gunned down.
fighting
Oh,
in
to
the
try and
front.
oh, he's getting a good
as much
stall.
as possible. Makaza is quickly taken down by
He's got-
Colin.
Oof.
Reinhardt here to try and contest, but gets shattered.
Yeah, that was.
It's a good try.
And that is going to be map 4 in Zed-F's favor.
Man, I think that triple boop really fired up Marley. Saw him going in after that, dude.
Yeah, no, he
Really
get
fired
pumped
him up.
up
Oh, I
because
gotta
of
see it.
course it's the
How did
triple
he
boop.
get? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta see this. Oh, it's beautiful.
And the spray.
Oh, and the spray. Love it. Sitting on 50 health, really dangerous. Love that.
I
What a
mean,
boop. 4 kills. Oh, ooh. Love to see it.
just uh, uh, just the forties. How did you do that?
And going into our last map of the night.
Just wow! I can't. That boop was too beautiful. I.
Both teams have had some very impressive plays tonight.
It's been a
It definitely
slugfest.
isn't one-sided, although the score makes it seem that way. These team fights have been incredible.
Like they're
Yeah, yeah,
slugging
they're
it
very
out.
close.
I'm talking like not just
100%.
your like soft punches either. I'm talking like they're trying to deck each other as hard as they can going on each of these maps. Going all in as we're entering this final map here.
It's been a good showing so far.
And I mean, that's not all the action we have for the Overwatch League of Champions this weekend. Of course, tomorrow night, Castillo and Busan at 8. The following night will be Fluid and Bloodborne at 6. Keep your eyes here on the YouTube channel for when those go live. There are going to be some pretty good matchups as well. I mean, all the matchups this weekend are looking really, really good. Ooh, okay, you're Enigma, right? You got your first map in Lijiang. You got knocked down a little bit there on Rialto. Keep in mind with a very good defense on the side of both teams there. Um, what are you doing going into this control point? I mean, you won the last control point with your goats. You outgoats your opponent with some tremendous play overall. Do you go for the same game plan here on Busan, or do you try something new?
Hmm.
Because I really think you keep going with what's been working. Because even if your opponents pull out the same thing here, I mean, you beat them the first time. You got to remember that you beat them the first on the first control. You take that same kind of play style and you give it to them again. And if that
Hmm.
stops working, that's a whole
It's
interesting problem.
another it's another assault point too, and like once again, I think Enigma is running goats very well. Like Zed-F runs it really strong, but they're missing like they're missing their Zarya with Kawhi 100%. I think if they have Kawhi here, they are the better goats team in my eyes. But right now, like Enigma's running it better on these assault points, like you saw in Lijiang. So I think it's a fair shot again.
I really do think so. I really want to say it looks like Enigma has the tools here, especially looking at Li Zhang to take map number 5, Busan. It is 3-1 in favor of Zed, but that didn't stop Enigma before. Let's see if they can make it 3-2 overall.
Oh yeah, I mean, and map differential is still huge for placements. So like even if you lose the set, like you still play for pride and you want those maps.
That's what you want to do, and even to just help your standing a little bit. I mean, every map win does help overall
Hmm.
in the grand scheme of things, and if you can build enough of them up, even in the last couple weeks here, it definitely is going to help your not only your confidence, of course, but just your standing overall. If you can beat some of those higher teams in convincing fashion.
Absolutely. I know, like our team, like we don't want to lose any maps. We want that map differential to be as high as possible. Like you
Exactly.
guys play for pride.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what you want to shoot for, and I mean, of course, with this in mind, the first playoffs of the Overwatch League of Champions coming up soon. I mean, going to be interesting to see the way it works out, especially with the way a lot of these teams have competed against each other throughout the season and have made adjustments throughout. Kind of wanting to see how these new rosters affect later games like the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But with that in mind, we have a sort of divish comp on the side of Enigma. Actually, on both ends, really. Kind of running
Oh
those
yeah,
divish comps.
another Heyman. I love seeing Heyman. And
I'm gonna see
Kazatorb!
Kaza come back on with the Torb.
You love to see it. 2 free spirits on one team. I love it. Oh, and we're seeing Mobile go for a big boop here. Can he get
Looks
DJ?
like Kaza's going for a little
Oh.
flank route.
Oh. Mobile almost gets one. He might get Kakamata. He does.
Yep,
He gets.
Speaking of flank routes,
And
the rest of
a
Enigma
one
guys come in
pick
from
for
behind.
one. Oh, but DJ goes down and Penguin takes out the Yata. Enigma
Uh-oh.
has the fight in their favor.
Kaz is gonna frag out 2 here. Mobile's half health. Gonna stay in the bubble though. Oh my gosh. Torb, Yorn, and Heyman.
I mean,
Oh
yeah, they're
my
definitely
gosh.
right. Torb, not only is Zenyatta deadly, but the Torbjorn is too. Whatever causes
Oh,
it,
yeah.
though, you gotta keep an eye out. He's going to find a way to get you
Oh, Mobile might go down. Oh, he's so low. Oh,
Mobile
he
gets
away.
back to his team.
Okay,
I think you can't overlook him. Like, look at his ult charge. He's doing a lot of damage. He already has ult. So does an A7X. Oh, he's gonna
We're
frag out
gonna
Mobile.
see
That's a really
Mobile
big
come
pick.
up with a
Huge res though.
sound barrier as well.
Ooh, he might have to burn sound barrier here. Oh, chooses not to. Kino's gonna go down soon as well.
Out shooting the cowboy on the
Kino
other
is
end.
able to get some healing. He's back up to half.
Kaza might be able to farm for an ult though. He's at 88. Can he get any more?
Rosie is getting very low though. Kino goes down. Big bomb comes out,
Ooh.
catches the Mercy, and Hammond will fall shortly after.
Oh, but
That's
not
good
gonna-
use usage. Only
Lifts
one
him
ult
back,
makes the
trying to
point.
test the
Oh, but
point.
they're
pops
Here comes
Primal
the
to
stall.
push them off.
Here comes
Can we see them
Primal.
get
Gold
to a good
Primal.
amount here with the stall?
And
Mobile is
Winston
on
will
point.
fall.
Oh, and the hamster.
Ooh, Heyman's gonna touch
Hammond
too.
comes back
Oh, there you
in.
go. Reinforcements starting to come in. They are going to get a bit
But
more
it's
percent.
Not bad,
quickly,
not bad.
quickly going to be taken down, and Zed is going to take this point.
However,
Not bad though, like 63%, and you had like good stalls. I'm happy about that.
And I mean,
From Enigma here,
with the
and you
way
have
they've
4
been
ults to
playing,
retake.
Yeah, and their hamster, Amon there has been playing really, really well. He could easily have ult in the middle of this fight as well, getting another minefield. I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh,
Both
yeah.
teams with at least 4 ults
I'm
apiece entering this. Zed is going to be.
I'm waiting for a
entering all
big
6.
molten core. Big molten core. Penguin's gonna get the pick on that DJ.
Penguin. Diva Bomb
Ooh, but
comes
the
out,
Mercy's gonna
catches
fly
Mercy.
right into it.
Drago gets
Kaz
caught
gonna
up.
knock them out.
Oh, Amon almost getting the boop on the enemy Diva. They're going to find their way back to point though, as we are going to be seeing Enigma fall pretty handily here.
OLOC grabbing 2 here as well.
Zed will be
Fragging him out on the Moira.
4 ults entering this next fight. And of course,
Bullet's Moira, this set has been so consistent. Like, consistently not dying, consistently having coalescence every other fight.
I honestly think that's got to become your first target, getting that Moira out of the picture. As we are going to
Oh yeah, here we go, Big High Noon. He's gonna grab 1. Always good to get any kills with that ult.
And it's going to be the Genji as well with the blade. They've been able to use it. They are trying to push back in. Another Diva Bomb!
Another one. Gonna grab
five
the ball.
It's been the last 3 fights. Every single one of them we have seen Connor have the Diva Bomb. I'm just awestruck.
Right here, this is like the classic case though. Like, they're holding on to ults too much. They've had these 5 ults for a long time.
Honestly,
Yes, it's definitely it's time to use some of these ults, whether you have to burn them or you use it as a form of distraction. just to
Kaza
try
and Mobile have
force
had a
Zed
pretty
F
much all
back.
game. There it is, there it is.
But Mata
It's
is
gonna have
take it
really
down.
solid.
Mines go off onto the point.
Kaza goes for the counter into the blade. He's gonna VJ. Bullet's also gonna pop his ult. No more ults on the side of Zed to see how they handle this. They still have a blade and a primal on the side of Enigma. And you see A7 just doing the Heyman things once again.
Dragon Blade comes out.
there's
Connor,
a
another
boop.
bomb. Another bomb. Connor is farming.
I mean, that's... It's come
Jedi
back
goes out.
to that big old thing we've been mentioning all game. Ult usage, ult usage, ult usage. And
Oh yeah.
we're seeing it by Zed
Like right
once
there,
again.
man.
Beautiful stag
Zed's
right now.
it's so clean and they're getting a ton. And on side of Enigma, like that time, like Mobile had beat drop the whole point. He got it like first fight, and I don't think I ever heard one for Enigma. I never heard a beat drop.
On
I
the
might be
other,
wrong on that, though, but
and
I
on
don't,
the
I don't think
other
so.
hand, we saw in literally 4 fights, Connor was dropping a diva bomb one after
He
another, after
is
another,
farming.
another
Enigma
one.
is going to
100%.
switch over to the Reaper and Hanzo for their
Up to
DPS
burst,
picks.
but their
I
opponent
like that.
swapping into more of a Orisa diva comp. Very good at eating
Yeah,
damage.
I agree. If they can set up on the high ground here, in like the little corner, and assault like that, that's going to be really big. I think that's what they're looking to do. With the McCree and Orisa.
It really
Trying to get some sights
Ooh,
on
very spread out.
Zed-F.
Oh, nice headshot on the...
Nice headshot on the
Beautiful
DJ.
shot.
That's going to take him out of the fight before it even begins.
Threading the needle beautifully there by Kaza. We are going to see Kino try to get back there with the Reaper. Going to get a lot of damage in onto this shield. You know, the Orisa shield, with the comp we're currently seeing on
And
the
the
side of
Trace
Enigma, I
Maker,
don't even think of-
using the character they gave him his namesake, is going to take down Gaza.
Honestly, this fight looks
Connor,
like
another
way.
kill.
We're
Connor
losing
is
in-
72
and
a
two
bomb.
kills fall right after
Again.
the other in the side of Zed-F. I think they're
Wowie.
just going to KYS to get back and get that respawn going.
Okay, I honestly think
Right.
you gotta get an aggressive Ryan Zarya going here. You're not getting a lot of damage.
I agree.
Winston. Your
They
Diva can.
need to negate some of that damage from Connor, and I think Azaria is the answer.
I about to say you could keep the Diva for that too if you can get some more damage in on your Diva as well.
Trace
You just
Maker
need-
getting two.
That force, that's the Diva bomb.
Another
Diva
bomb.
comes
Taking
out
out.
for
Here we go.
Zed-F.
He's gonna
Gonna
get
catch
no one. Good
nobody,
zoning
but
ult
Mata
though.
is going to take out two.
I would say it don't matter as Mata is gonna go ham, gonna get another 2 picks, and that's the big change here. I mean, Winston, he does tickle damage. That's why you
Wait,
usually
what?
run a Zen
What just
with
happened?
dive.
How did Kaza kill? Okay, I guess they traded somehow. That was weird.
Overwatch, the game that's busted.
That made he punched him after he was dead. What?
Ghost punch.
He actually got ghost punched. Just straight Danny Phantom. Swear to God.
Vegeta.
Oh, we have the demon bomb. Almost.
Oh,
did
the
it.
boot.
Perfect there.
Very ambitious.
The big dragon across
Ooh,
the
the
point as well.
big dragon comes out in the middle of the point.
The
Ooh,
dragon
Kaza gets
Get
two. Gets
MJ.
both. Gets 2 supports.
Gonna drop the beat there right at the end of the fight.
And
Oh,
Mata
my
is going to
Trace.
fall off the edge with Penguin.
Post getting.
And Connor
Trace
is
is gonna
going to kill
reprive.
ass. Trace Maker getting a pulse bomb on the
DJ is
mobile.
gonna win
and
the
DJ
1v1.
Mama
Another big res though.
Kaza, but Kaza gets
See if Kaza
res.
can do it the
And
res.
Seven gets DJ. Trace Maker's the only one.
Bullet now. Just
Trace is gonna kill Kaza again. Trace is doing very well right now.
We are gonna see Enigma take the point though.
And
They
the
are
point
losing
is going to
big numbers,
switch over
though.
to Enigma.
I don't think they're gonna.
But
take it
Zed-F
long,
has
though.
the numbers in their favor. Respawns are coming in.
Yeah, no, they had already lost 2 people by
And
the
the
time
player
they got the
immediately
point.
switches back.
Yeah, no.
Trace is playing very well. Trace and Connor are playing so well on their roles. DJ also winning the 1v1.
Scary good.
He's gonna win it again.
Pulse bomb comes out for Trace Maker.
And the big diva bomb to put the icing on the cake, double by Connor.
There it is.
MJ
Solid.
getting the boop kill, the boop there, and Mama Bear. We'll get
Oh,
Kaza
yeah.
up, though. We're gonna see
And
Penguin
Primal
on
Rage
one.
comes out on the side of Enigma.
I'm sorry, no, you took way too long getting to this. You know, you're not gonna have enough, especially with everybody jumping onto you. That is G.
And it looks like Zed-F
Gee.
is going to take the last lap of the night.
Oh yeah.
You stayed on
Solid.
the Winston way too long. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's just a lot of like personal play. Like Trace and Connor were playing so well on their roles, and Bullet died maybe once
I don't
on that
even
whole
think
time. Like
that.
his survivability is insane.
I don't even think he died once. To be honest with
He
you, I
died.
think-
Kaza headshot him one time.
No, I thought that was
on
DJ.
the last point.
That was DJ. That wasn't
No,
Bullet.
Bullet.
Bullet was
It
not
wasn't-
the McCree.
oh.
No, Bullet was not the McCree. So I'm thinking he didn't
Ah.
die at all. I am very.
No, I think Kaza killed
No,
Bullet
I'm
a
pretty
singular
sure
time.
Bullet died a few
Once.
times.
on the last point, like-
minimal. It's just scary.
His survivability was very good. That whole map,
And I mean,
the
I'm
whole
sorry,
really match. I think.
Ryan is gonna trump Winston. That's just what's gonna happen there. Literally the charge alone. If he gets one good charge on that Winston, that's 300 health gone already. You're not getting that back. Not to mention the fire strike that does way more than the hammer that does 100 on its own with a swing. That's not a fight you're gonna win with Winston's low damage.
All
It's
right, but
just
if you're Enigma here, like, what do you take away from the match?
you got your first win, your first map win. You take that small victory, and you're like, what did we do right? You look at that as like,
Build off of it.
what did we do, and what can we fix
Hmm.
going forward to try to get more of that. That's what you want to think of, especially this late in the season. You got some good pieces you just got in. They looked very, very well for being brand new. Go with it. Roll with that momentum. That's what you want to do. Roll and roll and roll.
I agree. I think you look at the positives from this. You see who did what and who did what well, what worked, what team comps worked, your strengths with this lineup in particular. And you got to take it for what it is. Like, you're playing a team that's been playing very well recently. Like, Zed is also, in their own regards, kind of in a rebuild state in some people's eyes. And, like, they're playing pretty top tier right now. So, like, you take a map from them, you shouldn't feel bad about that at all. With a team that is very new, right? Like, and this
Like,
Enigma squad is very new.
I mean, they keep rotating pieces, but it looks like they might have found a combination that's clicked. I kind of want to see where this goes moving forward.
Hmm.
But with that in
I agree.
mind,
Anyway,
MVPs.
you
Ooh, MVPs,
honestly,
MVPs.
Yeah,
mine has to go to Kaza. Those transcendences on Li Zhang were just on point. He just played at such a high level for that.
Yeah. I think I do agree on the side of Enigma that Kaza's support play was very well, very, very good on the map they did take. I think I have to look at the positives, and he won a lot of fights with those trances. 6K trance healing is a ton of trance healing.
I gotta go against both of y'all here. I mean, yes, the transes are on point, but you can't forget that other support that helped contest like nobody's business. That Lucio we all
Ah,
know,
you're right. You
mobile,
know,
especially with the big boop on Rialto.
It,
I mean,
honestly,
I
it is
yeah,
very hard to pick between those two. Both of
that's
them
fair.
were phenomenal in this game.
Yeah,
I'd say
they
you gotta
played
go with both.
super well. I agree. I can agree with both those,
And
honestly. That'd be a toss-up.
of course, on the side of Zed, I think it's another toss-up. At least for me
Mm,
personally, it's kind of like a triple threat you could pick here. But in my eyes, I gotta give it to Connor solely for the fact of my goodness, how many Diva bombs are you gonna pull out in a single
hmm
match? I think he was going for a record there. I mean, I think I counted a total of
hmm
9 just on Busan
He
alone.
was, yeah, it was about that. He had a lot, and even on the Lijiang, like, he was farming grabs, farming them.
He had me scared. Like he was getting those off tank ults like nobody's business. Like they were going out of
Even
style. It scared me.
Oh yeah, even on the last play when he died to the Heyman mines, like, he died with another one. He had another one ready. Like, he's playing out of his mind. I would have to say him as well. Him or honestly,
Bullet.
like, I think a lot of us are overlooking how well DJ played. I think DJ
Oh,
played very
DJ
well.
too. Like there's so many people on
DJ
Zed you could
was
pick.
doing really, really well, especially his McCree plays. He was
And Ash,
getting the
man, his
needed
Ash was
And I
picks.
mean,
super good on
don't
Rialto
for,
and really good on
He just
oh
kept
god,
getting the
first map.
needed pick at the beginning of
and
those
I
fights
mean, you
that
can't forget that
forced it into their favor.
and that
Hmm.
slippery support in the back lines when it comes to Bullet. I mean, nearly unkillable, just dancing around the opponent, just finding
Hmm.
ways to
Whether he
slip
was
through little
on
cracks.
Moira or Mercy, honestly,
He just
his
found a
survivability is super high.
He was like water, dude, going through the cracks, you know?
Wha- Just flowing around. Love it.
But I mean, if we had to pick one per team, you're limited to one per team here. Which two are you picking overall from both teams? Just overall.
Mm.
Like, I know it's a hard
I'm gonna let
choice here.
I'm gonna let you guys pick because
For
you
Zed-F,
guys make good
mine would go to
cases.
DJ. Those picks were huge and was always coming out right when it was needed.
Hmm.
And for Enigma, uh, I still want to say Kaza. He was
What?
getting a lot of picks as well as getting because he was doing a lot of damage as well in order to get those transcendents up every single time, and they were perfectly timed every time he used it.
I mean, I
Hmm.
can see your points there, but I gotta raise you a Connor on the side of Zed. I mean, that off-tank play was some of the scariest I've got to see in a while, and it seems like Zed has a deep off-tank pool there, like just
Their tanks are
dangerous off
so good.
tanks. It's scary, and just seeing a performance like that, I'm shook. I'm shook.
Hmm.
On the side of Enigma, I gotta go with the big boot man himself, the Lucio mobile. I mean, how the stars align there, especially for Orialto, and not to mention the 25 sound barriers that came out on Li Zhang. That's a heck of a
Mhm.
Lucio play, and not to mention the stall as well to start off that first point. That was beautiful.
All right, I'll agree with Chubby on these. If I had to be the tiebreaker, I would pick his
Dab.
people.
But
Okay.
Yeah.
some beautiful play by both teams, though, as that will be the end of the game for us. Here, don't forget about the other two matchups we've been mentioning throughout the broadcast. And, well,
If
thank
you
you.
need a reminder, it's Castile versus Busan tomorrow at the same time, and then Fluid versus what was it?
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne at let me see here. Fluid versus Bloodborne at 6, and Castile versus Calamity tomorrow at 8.
So keep your eyes on the same YouTube channel, on the same, well, internets that we all use. We'll catch you next time for the Overwatch League of Champions. It has been Chubby5544 for Alligatron and Jaybird signing out.